A very good evening to all of you. On behalf of IES chapter of IEEE student branch of Sri Lanka Technological Campus, I would like to welcome all of you to the final day of the webinar series of ARDIOFLO. Also, with immense pleasure, I would like to welcome the facilitator, Mr. Dinushan Prabashitha, an automation engineer of MAS-KREEDA. As usual, before starting, there are a few announcements regarding the today's session. Please make sure to rename your Zoom meeting name with the name that you used for the registration. Also, just like the previous weeks, we will send the attendance sheet and feedback form in the last 15 minutes. If you have any ideas regarding the session, don't hesitate to mention in the feedback form. If you have any doubts during the session, you can send a message to the WhatsApp group or comment during Facebook Live. You can ask those questions during Q&A session also. We hope that you would consider all those statements for a fruitful session of audio flow. Now, I cordially invite our facilitator, Mr. Dinushan Prabashitha, to conduct today's session from now onwards.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, all. Today is the last session of our workshop. So I hope you all are in good health. Okay, let's move on to the today's session. Okay, today we are going to discuss about our project outlining and other things that need to complete this project successfully. So I'm going to talk about that one also. And other thing from the last session, you one of your member asked from me that he need to know how to uh, make a pattern using for loop for the nitride like circuits. So let's do that first as a start. So let's move on to this one. I think you all know how to set up Proteus and Arduino. Uh, if you are here with us for the last 3 sessions, then you will surely know how to set up these softwares in your PC. So
Excuse me, sir. We can't
yes,
see the screen.
okay, I will share it now.
Okay, sir.
You are hearing me, no?
Yes,
Yes, sir. We are hearing you.
Okay. Now can you see?
Yes, sir. We can see. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the session. So today I'm going to make that same pattern in the last session using for loop. So let's move on to the coding. Here you can see this is the code I have used to code that pattern using for loop. Here I have defined an array of pins. You have to define like an array, so you can access these pins using for loop. I have defined an array. Here there are 6 pins I have assigned in the array. So you need to define that pins in the array as a output. This is also in a for loop. So you can define these outputs in a for loop also. This is also, I think this is also a new thing for you. You can try this one. Uh, Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay. I think you have to note this one or try this one in your PC. I will let you copy this one and then I will explain this one. Okay, here the pin mode, as I mentioned before sessions, here pin mode is used to define the pin, whether it's output or input. Here we are going to light the LED, 6 LEDs, so we need to define it as output. Here don't confuse this for loop, because this is going to loop around these 6 pins. So you can define using 3 lines of code, actually 2 lines of code. You can define these 6 pins. Actually you can actually define like this also, pin mode. Then you have to define 2 as output, and then 3 likewise. You can define this one. This is the same thing here. Here they are using for loop. We have done the same thing. So you don't need this one again, but you can write this one also. Okay. Here this you can see this is our array. Here we have to call the array. Here the items in the array. So you have to call each and every items in the array. Here we use for loop to call the each and every items in the array. So here, as the last session I have discussed, here you have to increase the for loop up to 6 steps, 0 to 6. That means 0 to 5. Here count less than 6 means it will increase up to 5, 0 to 5. So it will run 6 times. 0 counted as a 1 here. Okay, then this items belongs to 0th item of the array. This is the first item. This is second, and this is third, fourth, and fifth. This is why we have to take this one as 6, because less than 6 means it will not read the 6th position. 6 means here 7th position. I think you can understand this one. Dimant, can you understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then let's move on to the loop. What I have write in the loop function. Here I have written a for loop for forward. That means LEDs lights to forwards sequentially. Then we have to increase the counter 0 to 5. Here you can see it will increase 0 to 5. Then this is the increment counter. I have mentioned in the previous sessions, I think. This is going to increase, and this is the decrease counter. That this means this will decrease by 1. This will increase by 1. This will decrease by 1. Count minus minus. This is count plus plus. Then you have to actually you need to write the digital pin to high. Then wait for some time. Here delay used to wait for some time. Here I have defined the delay as a timer. You can set this one to any value that you need. So you can increase the transmission of the LED pattern, speed of the pattern. You can increase or decrease by using this time. If you decrease this timer, you can have a faster pattern. If you increase this timer, you can have a slower pattern. I think you can understand that one. Here you have to add like that array like this. You can add the array to write your digital pin to high or low. This means if you need to call pin number 5, if you need to call anyway, consider like this. if you need to call number 5 pin using the array, then you can write like this. If you need to light the number 5 pin LED, then you can digital write, sorry, digital write this array. Inside this array you can take this, then you have to find the item number. That means this is 0th position, this is first, second, this is located in the 3rd position. So you have to write the position of the item in the array. Here is the 3rd position. Then you can actually light the LED in connected to pin number 5. Right. Like this. This is the thing that I have done in the loop also. Here the instead of 3, here I have used a variable. So that can be vary according to the for loop. Here at first it will execute the 0th position, count equals 0. Then it will point here to 0. Then this one also becomes 0. Then here becomes 0. Then 0th position means number 2 pin will light up and delay for the timer value. Then it again that pin becomes low and delay for the time at that time at value. And again runs the loop, increment the counter. Then here count become 1. Then here this one become 1 and this one become 1. Likewise, it will increment up to 5. Here also the same one. This one execute for the forward. After executing the forward loop, this one acts as a backward loop. That means counter will become 5. Here the counter will increase up to 5 and then counter become 5. After counter become 5, this will decrease by 1. Here the decrement. Here increment, here decrease by 1. So you can actually reverse the pattern of the light that you are going to use as a night ride research. So here you can actually first one goes to number 5. Number 5 means here number 7 pin will light up, then wait for some time. Then again it will be change the state to low and wait for some time. This will occur 5 times backward and forward. So I think you will understand this code. Can you understand the one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will demonstrate this one in the Proteus. Yes. Okay, open project. Divanta, can you see the screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir,
we
we
can
can
see.
see.
Okay. I think you all know how to set up like this. I have previously mentioned in the previous sessions. Here we can set up 6 LEDs like this and connected to number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Open that code also. So here's the code. Here you can see the array of pins 2, 3, here 2, 3, 4, and 7. Likewise, you can set the pins that you have connected the LEDs to Arduino board. So I'm going to export the compiled library binary. Okay, and I'm going to double click the Arduino board and refresh this one. And okay, here you can see. Divanta, can you see the pattern?
Yes, sir. You can see.
Okay, like this, you can prepare the pattern in the Arduino using the for loops. Now, can you understand how to do this one using for loop?
Yes, sir. We got that. Yeah.
Okay. Anything to verify? Anything you didn't understand about this one? Is there anything? Devanta,
Right
is there?
now,
So
yeah.
far, all good, I
Right
think.
now, yeah. I don't
Okay,
have any questions here.
okay, Devanta. Then let's move on. Do I need to explain this one? How to add these Arduino boards and other things?
No, sir.
I think no need, no?
Yeah, yeah. We explained that earlier. So
Okay. Okay, let's move on to next slide. Today I'm going to talk about this keypad inputs. I think some of you have seen and used this keypad input for your projects or leisure time activities. I don't know, but you can learn something from this keypad input because you can actually input values to the Arduino board or your project using this keypad. I think some of you have seen, some of you didn't see, but we can try this one in the Proteus. Uh, this will help you to do your final project because this is also important thing when you are using inputs in your projects. So let's do this one. I have prepared a small example. I will explain that one. And another thing, you need to add a library here. Here keypad.h. Yeah, I have modified a example in the library. So you need to add the keypad.h library. So you need to move sketch, include library, then manage libraries. Wait for some time. Okay. Then type here. I have already installed, so I can use this one, but I will show you how to do it. Okay, keypad, type here keypad. Okay, here, when you scroll down, you can see here keypad. Then you have to click the install button. You can have the latest version here. I have already installed, so it's indicating it has installed. So then you can move to examples. Each and every library when you are installing, each and every library contains some examples in order to know the code uh, in the libraries. As I told you earlier about the libraries, a library also contains the number of, that means certain number of keywords that you can be used in the library. So you have to know the all the uh, keywords when you are using such type of a library. So I will show the examples in this library. Here you can see keypad. Here you have several examples. Here you can try with the hello keypad. Here you can see the example. Here you have to define the number of rows and number of columns that you are using in the keypad. Here we will take the properties. I'm going to use this type of keypad. So you can add this keypad using typing keypad calculator. You can have several keypads. You can use any one of these one. I'm going to use this one, so I selected this one only. This is the basic keypad here. You can actually use this like this advanced keypads also. Then you can have the several functions for these keys. Actually, this multiplication you can have the function, and like this you can create a calculator also. Okay. Here I have used this one. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and here 3 columns. So you have to define how many columns and how many rows in the line. Here you can see 4 rows, actually 4 rows. And Divanta, can you see these codes? Do I need to enlarge this one?
No, sir, we can see.
Okay. Here number of rows is 4 and number of columns is 3. Then you have to define the characters inside this keypad. So you can see first character 1, 2, 3, like this. You have to define exactly the same as this keyboard. Then you can input the variables to the keyboard. Then here you can define the row pins. That means your row pins means these pins A, B, C, D. That they are the row pins. Then you have to define column pins. Column pins means 1. These are the columns. 2, 3. These 3 where it's going to connect to the Arduino board. So you have to define the connection pins to the Arduino. Here 11, 12, 13. In my example, sorry, this is example. In my example, here column pins connected to 11, 12, 13. Here 11, 12, 13. Here 1 goes to 11, 2 goes to 12, and 3 goes to 13. Likewise, you have to connect these ones sequentially. And row pins are also same. A connects to 10 and 9, 8, 7. Likewise. As I previously mentioned in the previous session, this is going to use the keywords because this is an external library. So you need to know all the keywords here. Here we have to define the keypad. You can name here any name you want. Here I have named as the keypad. So you can have that like keypad 1, 2, anything you can have. Then you need to define this one here, keypad 2 dot get key. Then you have to compile. Always compile and check whether there are any errors or whether you need to debug the code or to change the code. So I think you are getting in here. This is a variable defined by us. This is not a keyword. This is the keyword, and this is also the same. Here, these are the keywords. Make key map. Keys means you can define any keys. Here you can define like any name you want. Here I have defined like keys. Okay. Then you are going to initialize the serial. Then I have written serial dot print line initialization. That means you are in the setup function. Then you can know where you are. Initially, you are going to the setup function. Then it will eventually transfer to the loop function. Here in the this keypad library, you can get the pressed keys using get key method. Here this is also a keyword. Okay. Okay, Dimant, did you understand this one? Can you understand, or is there any issues?
So that keypad, the line that says keypad 2 equals keypad and make key map.
Yeah.
That line, can you explain a bit?
Yeah, this is the method defined by the library. Okay, that if you are going to, okay, I will show that one in the library how this one works. This is actually this is advanced things in the Arduino. I am not going to explain, but I will show how this works. Okay, I'm going to find the place where the Arduino library has installed. So here is the place where a keypad has installed. So you can find the keyword text. Here you can find all the keywords here. Here keyword one. Here the you can see keyword one keypad. This is the keyword you are using here. Okay, and this is the method that this keyword used to map in this C++ file in this Arduino library. So I'm going to open the C++ file. I don't know, this is somewhat complex things. Don't confuse, this is something to add extra. So here you can see, this is the C++ function you have. This is the C++. You need to know the C++ function, how the C++ functions work in order to understand this one. This is the only for reference I am using. This is the function you are using. Here they have defined this is as a char and byte. These are defined by the C++ language. So actually you need to know the C++ in order to know how this one going to work. So I'm not going to explain this one. See, actually this function calls in the Arduino code here. Dimant, did you got this one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Actually this one defined by the library. Okay, don't confuse this one.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I think you understand this one. Anything to add, Dimant?
No, sir, I think, yeah, that is okay.
Okay, you actually this one defined by the library itself.
So we have to add that.
Yeah,
without changing it,
you
yeah.
need to define all the variables here, because this one going to call the C++ function.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
When you are going, that means when you are in the final year, you can actually know how to build a library. And if you are if you are building a library, you need to know the C++. Okay, Devant.
okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Okay, then this one is okay, I think. Then let's see how this one work in Proteus. Okay, sorry, give me some time. Okay, Dimanta, can you see this one? I think.
Yes, sir, we can
Yes,
see.
sir, yeah.
Okay, then no problem. Okay, now it's okay. Okay, here, as I explained before, I have connected these row pins to these numbers and column pins to these pins. So you can see here, these three are the column pins, 13, 11, 12, 13, and these are the row pins, 10, 9, 8, 7. And as in the previous sessions, I have attached a virtual terminal also. So then we can see what are the inputs that I am using here. So here this one directly prints the value in value of the key entered from the keypad. So let's try this one. You can export this one. Okay, can you give me 5 minutes interval? Actually, you can draw and code this one. Dimanta, is that okay? Draw this one and insert
Yes,
keypad.
yes, sir, we'll try.
Okay, I will give you 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Dimanta.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that finished? So do you need time?
Yeah, yeah, we finished. That's it.
Okay, then let's try this one. Export to compile binary. Then you have to set the program file. Here, keypad 2. Okay, then run the simulation. Okay, sorry. Reset the debug pop-up windows, then start simulation. This is initialization code in the setup function. Here you can see I have written initialization. If a key presents, only the serial prints start. If we press this, the one of this key, only this virtual terminal will show the value. So let's try this one. Okay, number one, then number one will print, and number two, that pin 2 and 3. Likewise, you can get values of each number. Likewise, actually, you can for as a activity you can do homework. Actually, homework like a homework, you can make a small calculator from this one. When you are building a calculator, you need to take. Let me open that one again. SLTC. Okay. When you try to make a calculator, you need to add keypad, keypad. Here you can add calculator keypad here. Then you need to rows here. Here number of columns are 6 and rows are 4. So then you need to assign a character like this. You can create a array here. Array means this is actually 2D array. This means this is horizontal, and likewise this will vertically increase the array. So you can actually see the array 2 dimensions. That means columns and rows array, and it will hold the char values. That means character values. Uh, Here you need to define the each and every character here also. Then you can use this one as a calculator. Then you need to check for the key input, and then you can suggest what's you are going to do in the code. That means you need to, like if you are using a multiplication in the calculator, then you have to write the function to multiplication. That means if the key that you are going to use is star. That means I hope you are using star for the multiplication. Then you have to assign here like number of rows are 6, 1, 2, 3, another 3, and last one will be division, and the fifth character will be multiplication. So fifth character should be this one. If this is equal to the fifth character, then you are going to calculate the things that you have entered and multiplication, then other value, then you can get the results. You can use if condition to do that. So I think you will understand by doing this activity at home. Okay. Okay, I think that will be enough. Dimant, do you need any explanation about this one?
Yes, sir. Can we enter integer values as the that mentioned
Here,
numbers?
numbers. You can
Yeah.
convert this one to char value into integer. Here you can take this one as the when you input this one. Do you need any example? By using
Yeah.
this one, I will explain
Okay.
the same example. Okay. For that, you need to assign this key, any key. If I think consider this one, hash. If key is equal to this one, and serial good print line. Actually, you can test this one. What happen if you are going to assign this key value to integer? So let's try this one. Devant.
Sure,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Try.
Okay. Pressed. I'm going to write the pressed hash button. This is for a trial. You can do it. This one print any key. If there is any key pressed, then this one will print. If there is hash key only, the it will return. If you press only the hash key, it will return this one and this one also. Okay, I'm going to assign if actually you can assign this one like this. These are characters. You can actually neglect star and hash here. If the key, this is a string variable, no?
Yes.
Okay. Then string, no, not a string. Here, char.
Charge character.
Yeah, character. Then if the one is here, character will be one. Then you can assign int. That means key value. Value like this is the basic one. Okay. You as you remember before, I have like the previous before previous no I have taught you about that character to integer to string to integer variable string to integer no I have
Yeah.
okay here you can actually basically you can set these ones if the key character is equal to 1 then key value you can set to 1
Yeah.
integer value then if likewise you can actually set key to then int key value you can define this one globally do you remember that how to define variable globally
Yes.
okay initially no value I think till we okay then int value so this one going to value 2 like this actually you can get the key value no
Yes, sir.
Like this, you can actually convert to this string to the integer. Is this okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think then you can actually build the calculator. No?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, then I will delete this one. Do you need to do a example? I will print this key value to serial monitor then. This integer
Okay, sir.
value.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Then key is going to now this one should be inside this one. Why I have done this one? Can you explain this one?
If there is a key value entered only, then it will go to.
Right. Yeah. That's the reason. Okay. This one also should be in this one. And then you have to compile for any errors. Then I'm going to write the value outside this if function, if condition. So then it will continuously print the last value, last key value. Let me use key value here. Okay. Only the here I have only defined these three keys: number one, number two, and hash. You can define all the values. So
Okay, sir.
okay. Then I'm going to insert the hex file from here. Okay. Then you can reset the pop-up windows and play this one. Here you can see the zero value. What is that zero? Here it's going to take this key value as a zero default value. So you have to put this one also in the if condition. No?
Yes.
If this one key value not equal to zero, Vitra, then you can print the key value. You can actually do anything you want with this conditions, for loops, or anything. Okay. Okay, how to compile library? Binary. Sorry. Okay, I need to stop this one. Okay, compiling done. Then you need to actually. Okay, then you can run this one. As you can see, there are no zeros anymore. Okay, then you can press number one. Then you can see it will loop continuously the number you have pressed. Now, Dimanta, can you understand this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay then. I think you all understand this one. Okay, I will move to the next topic then. now we have discussed key input and I tried like pattern. Then I'm going to discuss about this IR sensors. Devanta, can you tell the users of IR sensors?
To identify what's in the near proximity area,
Another thing.
identify colors and I mean black and white.
Yeah. And other thing.
Uh,
Nowadays we are using some things. IR.
To send signals, I think.
To sense that means for corona, like temperature.
Yeah, yes.
For thermal applications
Thermal
also we are
indication.
using IR sensors. You know about that motion sensor lights you have seen, I think, that it will detect the motions of the humans and it will light. They are also using this kind of IR sensors. That means passive IRs. IRs.
Yes, PIR sensors.
Yeah. PIR. Yeah. PIR. Okay. They are also detecting using the IRs. Actually, you can use IRs to make some line follower robots. I think all of you are in the engineering background. So in near future, I think you can face like these kinds of games. That means robotic games, competitions. Have you anyone participated for that one? Devant?
Yes, I think
Not
many
yet.
of maybe.
Okay. Then actually this one will be very important for you all because you need to participate for that competitions. Then you will gain more knowledge about what is like making a line follower robot or any project. Actually, when you are facing a competition, it will be a huge. That means you will have a lot of practical knowledge by doing that. Okay, let's move on to the other one. Sorry, IR sensor. So I have prepared a small example. Here, I am going to read an IR sensor. Actually, IR sensor contain two parts. That means one for emission, one for that means sensing, receiving part. Sensing part means receiving LED and transmitting LED. Two LEDs going to work in a IR sensor. So here the IR sensor will actually, it is like a transistor. When the IR sensor receives, that means uh, consider that one of IR detecting a white and black surface, where then that IR sensor will give logic levels in white, whether it's depend on the sensor, it will give 0 or 1. Uh, Consider white gives 0 and black gives 1. Likewise, you can take the logic levels by using IR sensor. And also, if you read the actually normal IR using analog input to the Arduino board, then you can see how it's going to vary using white to black. When you are wearing white to black, you can read the analog values from the Arduino. Then you can actually take a decision by using that analog values. And also, I have explained you earlier about the PIDs you can use. Actually, these kind of analog inputs to create a PID controller. Do you know about the PID controllers?
Not much, sir.
Yeah, I think you will learn in the near future. I'm not going to uh,
Okay.
explain this one because this is a actually this is This will take very long time to explain this one.
Okay, sir.
This is proportional integration derivative. You know these three words, proportional integrated derivatives.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. These will come into play when you are doing PID practicals and other project. By using this PID, you can do a lot of works. Okay. Then I'm going to move into the IR sensor. Here, the same thing I have used in the earlier examples. Here I have defined the reading pin. This is going to, as I said before, this is going to read the logic level in the IR sensor. Here pin mode is the keyword that we are using to set whether this pin is input or output. Then you are going to serial, actually serial monitor. You can begin using this one. Then you need to read the digital pin, the value of digital pin, and if the value is 1, then you can print sensor detected. Else there are no signal. Can you note this one? I will give 20 seconds.
Okay,
Is that okay?
okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, I think this will enough, no? It's very short code.
Yes.
Okay, let's try this one. Before that, I have sent you the library of IR, no? Did you install that one?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, this is the library. I have. This is the sensor. Dimant, did you insert this one in your code? Yes, shall I explain this one?
No, it's fine, sir. Can you explain how to search that one, the name and all, sir?
Yeah. Okay. I will get the project. Okay. I'm going to save SLTC. Okay. Yeah, to keep all the things as a default. Then you can search IR. Then actually here you can see www.theengineeringprojects.com. Devant, is that clear?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Here you can search as a IR obstacle sensor also.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then you can set this one. Then you need to add Arduino board, Arduino Uno, and here. Then you need to see the output. Then virtual terminal. think this will correct. Will be you have to change the no, it's correct. Okay, right. Then you need to give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes, Dimante.
Okay.
Okay, Dimante, sorry. I'm getting some calls from the office. Sorry for that one.
That's fine, sir.
Okay, and when you extract this library file, did you find the like this 3 files? You can see a hex file also. Dimanta, can you see this?
Yes, we got that.
You need to upload these hex files to the IR sensor because it's going to operate using that hex file. Downloads. Here I have extracted this one. You can upload here. Then select OK. Then you can actually operate this one. Then if you are going to test this sensors, you need to have a logic state here. That means how the input works. Then you can type logic state. Here you can find a logic state. And okay, this part you need to understand. If you didn't get anything, you can ask. Even did you get this one logic state?
No, sir. What does it do? Can you explain?
This one actually, this one simulate the operation of these two IR sensors. That means this one gives whether this obstacle sensor detected or not. This one actually you need to do because in the final project you have to use this one. So you need to know this one. This one actually sets the input to 1 or 0. That means if you detected, then you can have a output value 1. So you have to click this one. Then it will then it will state as this sensor is in working position. If you actually logic state set the logic state to 0, that means not click event, then it will set the logic state to 0. I think you understand this.
Yes, I got that. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'm going to set the output here, output to Arduino input. So pin number 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, and then this one ground, take a ground, sorry, and power, need to power this one. Okay, okay, I think it's okay. Now it's done. Do you need any time to draw these ones?
30 seconds, I think, will be enough.
Okay, okay, you can take this one. Okay, let me add something.
Sir, we finished.
Okay, let me add something here. In the actual sensor, like this sensor, you can have a potentiometer here. Actually, you can change the sensitivity of these sensors. You can actually change the sensing state. That means actually threshold value of sensing you can change by using this potentiometer. Okay, then I'm going to this code again. Here, this is very simple code. It will actually read the pin number 3. Here, I have assigned this one reading pin variable as a reading pin. Then reading pin as an input. Then read the digital pin using digital read. Then if the value sensed using this digital pin is 1, then it will print sensor detected. Else it will continuously print no signal. Okay, now I am going to export this one. Okay, I think it's okay. Now I'm going to save the program file. Here, IR, and refresh this one. Okay. 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 You can see there's no signal. If you give a signal mode, what's happened here? Here, sensor detected. Even the, did you see that?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Again, I will run the simulation. Sensor detected. And then it's need to reset again. Yeah. It will take some time because it will take huge CPU load, I think. Here, it will take 42% of CPU load because this is a simulation, so it will take the processing power. Okay, Dimanta, can you understand these things?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, then if there is any question, can you ask now about this obstacle avoidance sensor? That means IR sensor. Whatever. Okay, this is a small example. Shall I move on now? Do you have
Yes, sir.
any
Yes, sir.
issues? Okay. Okay. Now this is the final project you have to do. All the things that basic things in Arduino I have covered. I think now you can actually search and do some things yourself because in order to know the Arduino or any kind of language, you should do it yourself. Not like this. You have to try uh, all the time by referring videos or some learning materials from the internet. You can learn more things from the internet itself. So you have to search and do the coding part. Then you will learn some more things from the internet also. So this is the final project you have to do. Devant, can you see this one?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, you can note it down or uh, actually you can note it down. We will send this presentation, but better to understand and write the some take down some notes when I am reading this one and I am explaining this one. Okay, here you have to create a sorting mechanism. So I think you have seen sometimes you have seen some conveyor belts for sorting mechanisms. That means some sort according to colors, some sort according to size. That means large, tall, smaller, likewise. And some conveyor belts will sort according to property. That means if you are sorting glass from plastic, likewise you can sort. So here the very basic sorting mechanism you have to try with this one with the Proteus using the same examples, actually the same sensors and actuators that I have used here, that means motor like things. You have to do this project here. I need a mechanism to sort tall and small objects. That means uh, you can take any average height. That means you need to sort let me take an example. If you need to sort 10 centimeter height box from 5 centimeter height boxes, then you can use this kind of example. So then you have to use a motor to drive the belt and IR sensors to detect the height of the box or object. Then keypad to set the operation condition. That means if you are sorting only the tall ones, then you can select the tall option, then enter the count, and then start counting, start the process. When you press the start button, only the belt can rotate, then only the motor can rotate. So you need to actually you have to do this one in the Proteus. When I press the start button, then only the motor is start. Then after the number of sorted box, that means you are entering 5 boxes. After the number 5, then it should automatically stop the conveyor belt. That means motor should stop and say the process completed. That means you can say actually completed, and number of you can say visualize in the LCD the count also. And there should display 2 options in the LCD. Then like I said, that means select tall or small. Here is the actually this image indicate illustrate that the process, but like this one you have to sort high according to the height, like small or tall. Here is the menu appearance. It should have the all sort options. You have to select one of this option and press uh, star to confirm, and press hash to confirm. Then you have to press star to go back. That means for the previous screen. If you are exiting the short, if you select the short and then you need to move backward, then you have to press star like a cancel button. Star like a cancel button. Then you need to do this for tall and short both options. And here uh, you can see selected from the 2 options can be selected from star and hash in the initial screen, but inside the other is optional screens. You need to add this star to cancel button and hash to confirm button. Here I have mentioned that after entering one of the option, you can enter how many objects you need to sort and then hash to confirm the selection and start to move one step backward. I think you can understand this one. Dimanta, can you understand?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, I will let you note this down. Okay, I will give me 5 minutes then. You want. Can you give me 5 minutes?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay. Sorry for the delay. Divanta,
Yes,
can
that's
you?
fine.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Did you note this one?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Then you need to. This is the actually demonstration of this project. This can be a output of this project, but you need to make this one physically. So no need to do this one physically. You can try this one in the Proteus as a simulation. So okay, this is the end of this workshop session. Uh, we have done 4 sessions up to now. So I think you all gain some things from this session. I think you can develop more than this one by using internet or other learning materials. If you have any issues, you can ask from me. Then I will actually I can answer not for all, but you can I can answer for the selected questions. That mean if I think this one is special for all the persons, then I can answer for that question. And another thing I have to tell you, there as you are with me for these past 4 weeks, I thank you all for the participating for this session. And uh, I may not know all the persons in this session, but I thank all of you and the organizing committee and all the teams actually for introducing me and to this workshop and uh, letting me to do this one and to actually to share the knowledge with you all. I'm very happy to share this knowledge with you all. And actually I will I hope this will be very useful in the near future for you all of your projects and the academic career. I think this is all I think for this one. This is not the advanced Arduino. This is the basic what you need to know in order to develop yourself. So thank you all for giving me this chance to all like this kind of workshop. But I better I hope this will be better if you can do this one as a practical workshop, not an online workshop, but a practical workshop. This will be more beneficial than this one. Okay, I think that's over. So you can ask any questions regarding today's session. Okay, Dimant.
Yes, guys, if you have any questions about today, uh, the things we set out today or the previous sessions, you can ask now.
Another thing, I can give you 2 weeks time for your final project. And regarding that project, you can ask anything now onwards. Okay, Dimant, is there anyone?
So we can, I mean, the groups can do their own design for the project, right?
Yes, you can design anything you want, but basic criteria that I have mentioned that should be there.
Yes. Sir.
Did you understand this one? I think you can understand what I'm saying in the project.
Yeah, yes. If you can explain a little bit more, that would be fine. Some guys are asking that it's not very that much clear.
Okay, you need to actually make a sorting mechanism that you have to imagine that one, because we are doing simulations, no? So you have to imagine a belt, that means virtual belt. For that, you can use a motor. You have to imagine there is a belt. In order to simulate, you can simulate the motor for the motion of the belt.
Yes,
Is that correct, Dimant?
yes.
Okay. Then you can actually simulate the motor for the motion of the belt. Then actually here today I have explained the IR sensors. Uh, you can take two IR sensors for the height measurements. That means if you cut two IR sensors together, then it will be large or tall. Sorry, large or taller or smaller. Dimanta,
Yes,
smaller. That one become taller if you cut the two sensors. In actual scenario, when you place two sensors, that means on top of the other, you can place two sensors. They, if you pass a large, that means taller objects, then at that time, two sensors will read the same value. That means the two sensors will detect the object at once. Then it will uh, actually give the two, where two sensors will emit the number one simultaneously. So you can get that value as a large object. If you read the only one sensor, that means the sensor in the bottom place, then actually the small object, you can detect a small object. Is that okay, Dimant?
yes. I think that is more than enough. Yeah.
Okay. So if I want to execute two or more programs at the same time, how can I do it? As an example, if you want to blink an LED continuously while night rider pattern is being executed. එහෙම ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. It's a problem. Here, actually, Arduino Uno has only one core. I think you can see, you can understand it when you are doing, because Arduino Uno has only one core. It cannot do the parallel program. That means parallel processing. I think you can understand this one. Arduino Uno cannot do parallel processing, but it can actually do some things like parallel processing using serial processing. I think you can understand me, Divanta.
Yes. I think you are explaining a bit more.
Okay. Then what is that? So can we do another project if it is okay? How you grade it? So can we do another project? If it is okay, how you grade it? Divanta, can you understand this question?
I cannot see the questions.
Can we do another? Yes, we can do, but with the time, this is more than enough, I think.
Yeah, I think he's asking that what will be the marking criteria, and we are sharing the marking criteria after the session. So
Can we do another project? Okay, marking. I will give you the marking criteria. I will send it today or tomorrow. Is that okay?
yeah, okay. Sir.
Okay, attendance form. Right.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
We request all the participants present here to mark the attendance sheet and feedback form given in the chat box. As this is the time for Q&A session, You can raise your hand so that we can unmute you to ask questions from sir, or you can send questions to the chat box. Thank you.
Sir, if it is possible, can we have some more time for the project? We have the semester end exam until 24th December. Okay. Vivanta, what can we do about this one?
Yes, we'll contact them, the people who have end semester examinations, and we'll contact them and confirm that. Then we'll give them extra time if that is the case.
Okay, then it will be no issue, no?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Can you recommend any seller for buying basic carnival games? I cannot recommend it, but I will suggest a place. If you can go there and you can buy anything from that. I think Colombo First Cross Street, there is a place called Unitech. From there, you can buy anything related to Arduino. Is that okay, Devant?
Yes. But sir, because there's a corona condition, I think it's
You
better.
can use online tools like Lankatronics.
Yes.
Okay. So I have been trying to build a RC aircraft. I have built the aircraft, but I think there are some coding errors. Can you? Yes, definitely. My sorry. Okay, may here actually I can help with this one because my final project also with some sort of drone project, so I can actually help you with this one and share my contact with this one.
Okay.
Who is
Okay.
this one? Hasita, no? Hasita.
Please contact the OC after this session, and we'll share you the contact information.
Okay. Can you explain the sorting part? I mean, the physical way. Like the amount of objects to be sorted means you choose tall and enter 5. It should sort 5 tall objects. Yes, that should sort tall 5 objects. If you select small ones, then you should choose 5 small ones and say completed count number 5. Likewise, I think did he understand? I think Ravind will understand this one.
So, some people are asking to explain it from Sinhala. If you can do that, yeah.
Hari, okay.
Regarding the project, sir. Regarding the project.
Okay, I will explain. මෙහෙමයි කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. ඔක බෙල්ට් මෙකැනිසම් එකක් විදිහට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. ඒකේ ඇත්තටම ඔයාලා මවාගෙන තමයි කරන්න වෙන්නේ ප්‍රොටියස් වල. මොකද මේ අපිට බෙල්ට් එකක් එහෙම හදන්න බෑනේ. ඒ නිසා අපිට පුළුවන් මෝටරේ තමයි ඇක්චුවේට් කරලා පෙන්නන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ මෝටරේ කරගෙනවා බෙල්ට් එක විදිහට. එතකොට මෝටරේ ඒ කියන්නේ බෙල්ට් එක කරගෙනවා කියලා පෙන්නන්නේ මෝටරේ කරගෙනවා එකේ. ඊට පස්සේ අර සෙන්සර් දෙක තියෙනවානේ. අපිට මේ සෙන්සර් දෙක වෙනම තියලා ඒ ටෝල් ඔබ්ජෙක්ට් එකක් ඩිටෙක්ට් කරනවා කියන්නේ ඒ සෙන්සර් එකේ අර අපි ටෙස්ටිං සිග්නල්ස් දෙකක් දෙනවානේ. ඒ සිග්නල්ස් දෙකම આવොත් තමයි ටෝල් එකක් ඩිටෙක්ට් කරනවා කියන්නේ. ඊපස්සේ ඔය එකක් ඩිටෙක්ට් කරනවා කියන්නේ ස්මෝල් ඔබ්ජෙක්ට් එක. හැබැයි ඔයාලා මේක හිතලා කරන්න පුළුවන්. මේ මම එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරොත් නැහැ. මේ
අවශ්‍ය අර වෙන්න ඕන දේ විතරක් පොඩ්ඩක් කිව්වනම්.
ඔව්. ඊට පස්සේ මේ කොහොම හරි ඔයාලා ඩිස්ප්ලේ එකේ පෙන්වන්න ඕනේ මෙනු දෙකක් තියෙනවා. එකක් තියෙනවා ටෝල් කියලා අනිත් එක තියෙනවා ෂෝට් කියලා. දැන් ටෝල් කියන එක සිලෙක්ට් කරොත් එනවා කවුන්ට් එක ගහන්න. කීයක්ද ටෝල් එකෙන් කීයක්ද? ඒ කවුන්ට් එක එන්ටර් කරලා මේ ගියාට පස්සේ පෙන්නනවා කරන්ට් ස්ටේටස්. ඒ කියන්නේ කවුන්ට්. දැන් කීයක් කවුන්ට් වෙලා තියෙනවද? කවුන්ට් 0, කවුන්ට් 1, කවුන්ට් 2, කවුන්ට් 3, කවුන්ට් 5 වගේ ආවා පස්සේ කවුන්ට් කම්ප්ලීටඩ්. ඊට පස්සේ වැටෙන්න ඕනේ number of count එක. ඒ කියන්නේ කවුන්ට් 5. එච්චරයි. ඊට පස්සේ ආයි බැක් ගිහිල්ලා අපිට ඉනිෂියල් මෙනු එකට එන්න පුළුවන්. බැක් බටන් එකට මම බටන් එකක් කියලා දිනවා. ඒක. හරි නේද දිමන්ත?
හරි හරි.
අරක එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරොත් එහෙම සෝටින් කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක ඔයාලා පොඩ්ඩක් හිතා ගන්න ඕනේ.
ඔව්
හැබැයි මගේ අතින් කියුණා. කරන්න දෙන්න. Sir, can we draw the plan by hand and take an idea නේ? yeah. ඒකත් හොඳයි රවිදු. මේ ඇඳලා ඉවරනකොට දිමන්ත මොකද කියන්නේ මේක ඇඳලා ගන්න
yes I think we are going to ask for a I mean a plan or some kind of
හරි එහෙනම් උලන්නේ okay එහෙම කරමු
so we can I understand what they are trying to do with the project.
Yes, yeah. Then we can understand, no? Because if
Yes.
they have planned something, we don't understand that.
Yes.
Without the drawing, no?
Yes.
Okay.
So we are going to provide that all of that information after the session using a portal, and we'll provide that link to everybody.
Okay, and it will be okay. Okay, let's see what are the things. Allow us to send an email with attached drawing plans. Okay, fine. Is there any thing to ask from me? I think is that fine. Message. Is there anything to add? Divanta?
Yeah, we explained pretty much everything, so I think there is not anything to say.
I think problems have finished. No.
Yes.
Okay. Shall we wait or shall we finish this show?
So we'll wait another 1 minute or so, I think.
Okay.
To have a successful webinar like ARDIOFLO, we should surely have a good guidance along with effort and care. So we would like to pay our sincere gratitude to Ms. Upeksha Chaturani, the Academic Advisor of IEEE Student Branch of Sri Lanka Technological Campus, for being with us in every success by sharing her knowledge and experience. She is currently joined with us through FB Live. So, to officially conclude the webinar series AudioFlow, I would like to invite Mr. Navanjana Madhushankar, the project chairman of AudioFlow.
Thank you, Ravisha. Good evening, all. Our honorable facilitator, Mr. Dinushan Prabashitha, respected lecturer, Ms. Upeksha Chaturani, and all the participants. Today, I take this opportunity to turn my gratitude into words. I, on behalf of the organizing committee of AudioFlow, extend my heartiest gratitude to our wonderful facilitator, Mr. Dinushan Prabashitha of MAS-KREEDA, who took out valuable time of his busy schedule for enlightening our minds with an extraordinary knowledge and gracing the entire workshop series and making it a success. It was hard to find such an expert in this field. Our sir is one of an exceptional person who caught us with an insight of practical knowledge of this concept. Your immense dedication and sacrifice were endless towards the end of our workshop series. So my sincere thanks to you once again, sir, for being a reinforcement of the entire workshop series. Wholeheartedly, I must thank on behalf of our office bearers, our lecturer, Ms. Upeksha Chaturani, for providing us immense support to make this whole workshop series successful. Also, I must mention that you were the source of strength of our workshop series by being in touch every moment with us and being a guidance with your helpful advices and support throughout the workshop series. My sincere thanks to the chairman of the IES chapter and to the IEEE student branch for encouraging and being supportive throughout the entire workshop series. Much more exciting and interesting programs are to be held organized by our student branch. So stay tuned for more amazing programs. Next, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to all the participants who have turned up in such great numbers, not only from our university, but also from all the other universities all around the country. Nearly a total of 700 students registered to our workshop series, so we had to give the session throughout the Facebook live stream as well. Thank you so much for being an amazing and cooperative audience. Also, thank you so much for your valuable feedbacks, which were so helpful to us to make this workshop series more effective and productive towards the end. You played a major role in making this entire workshop series a success. Once again, thank you so much for your immense support and cooperation. Once again, a special reminder regarding the final simulation project. Please make sure to complete it. A portal will be sent to all of you, including the submission link for the final simulation project. Students who obtain 80% or more for the final simulation project will be awarded with an honor certificate, and the others will be awarded with a participation certificate. Your certificate can be posted in your LinkedIn profile too. So grab this opportunity to showcase your talents and capabilities. So finally, once again, I thank everyone for your support and guidance to make this workshop a resounding success. We hope to meet all of you in the future with another wonderful workshop. Signing off, this is me, Navanjan Masankar, Chairman of AudioFlow.
Thank you, Mr. Navanjana. We will send you a submission portal with instructions and criteria within a day to submit your final project. You can submit the project within 2 weeks. This is not just the end. This is a beginning of searching new concepts of applications of Arduino. We will surely hope to meet with another productive session like ARDIOFLO in future. Till then, stay safe and have a good night. Thank you.